this is Jewel, and this is a introduction video to the idea of regenerative feedback. So what is regenerative feedback? Well, let me start with a wonderful quote that I really like. People come for a cause, but they stay for the relationships. We might come together in a group for a great project and really have these grand visions, but if we aren't working together very well, it's very hard to get those grand visions off the ground or be as wonderful as they could possibly be. So having good relationships in your group is essential for good collaboration, and you can't do this without being able to give and receive feedback. You look at any natural system out there, you see that all the ecosystems that are healthy and thriving have a feedback system that they give and receive feedback. The elements in the system give and receive feedback to each other so that they can continue to be connected and dynamic. And the same is true for our groups. So I'm offering to you here what I call regenerative feedback, which is a set of tools that is just a support for us as we learn how to do this better, because many of us have come from a paradigm that really didn't give us how to, ways to give and receive good feedback. We usually just avoid or react or whatever, so that's part of what we're trying to transform as a whole collective. So being group and doing that is a way to model and to be an example and to really see how it actually can affect our projects out in the wider world. So what is regenerative feedback? It is composed of 3 components. I've identified those components as 1, preventative, 2, supportive, and 3, restorative. And I'll just briefly describe each of those for you now. The first one, preventative, is being able to give and receive appreciation and gratitude. So it's a natural, normal human need to be seen and to know that you matter, that your contributions matter. And, a lot of us work tirelessly and do a lot of it without needing that, but it really makes a difference when we feel seen. And when we take the time in a group, normalize the effort to take the time from, once in a while to look for what you can actually truly appreciate about others and about the group and be able to speak to that. Of course, it needs to be authentic. We're not talking about making up something. And to really see each other. This truly does feed the group, and it prevents possible conflicts and tensions, because when we feel seen by each other and appreciated by each other, we're more likely to trust and to go back to that instead of more easily going into distrust and conflict. So it's essential. It really does feed the group. It really brings a much more good group energy in. So that's number 1. Number 2 is supportive feedback. Now, this is the heart of collaboration. It's the learning and evolving type of feedback. So this is where it's the ongoing aspect of learning how you're doing, assessing what you're doing, how you're doing it, how's it working, how can you improve, what resources do you need. It's important to not have a mindset of thinking you already know everything and how to do it all, that we are just curious and inquiring and being able and willing to adapt to how things are working in our projects, in our work together. So taking time to do that. And this includes the organizational structures, the accountabilities, the agreements, the administrative tasks, all of those things that are part of collaboration. Benefit from an ongoing open mindset about how can we learn, what do we need to learn, and how do we implement that. So that's the learning, and that's the supportive feedback. And the third element is restorative feedback, and that is really about when we have a tension, and especially when we have a tension that has grown into a conflict, And this happens, it's part of what happens in groups, and hopefully it won't happen as much if you're practicing the prevention and the supportive. But it does still happen from time to time where a conflict, a misunderstanding, a power struggle, all these things. So these are amazing opportunities. And if we know how to deal with it when it comes up, we won't go into the default, which is avoid or react. Other each other, make each other wrong, whatever. So all that old paradigm stuff. We want to do something different. We want to do something more evolving, and that isn't also, the old way is not regenerative. So what is regenerative? The regenerative is to use a conflict as an opportunity for healing, for transformation. First for yourself and then for the group. So if you're triggered, take some time for yourself, some self-care, do some inner work to identify the trigger. Something may have come up for you. Everybody's got stuff. We all are a package of stuff when we come into a group. So you're not alone. It's normal and natural for you to get triggered from time to time. Just use that as an opportunity to look within. Then you can come back to the group and you can get some good tools in this regenerative feedback system to be able to speak to what is needed or what you'd like in that system. And it's based on compassionate communication and other wonderful communication tools, interpersonal communication tools, so that you can actually find ways to listen to each other and to really try to hear each other, as opposed to, staying in a place of reaction or tension. And if this is done well and successfully, it builds an amazing trust in the group. It brings a lot of healing to everybody. So, and that, of course, is not just in the group, it's in our life, right? So it's an incredible way to really evolve and to heal and to transform and to be an example of what it means to be regenerative. So with that, I leave you with the 3 components of regenerative feedback: preventative, supportive, and restorative. And I will see you down the line, and maybe we'll have some more discussions about this, I hope. Thank you for your kind attention.